Welcome to SOS Media, your number one source of the latest news, opinions, and in-depth investigations that dig deeper into today's developing stories around the globe. In our latest story on SOS Media, we looked at how Demetrius Smith blundered on several occasions in handling R. Kelly's money, but despite his shortcomings, he was allowed to begin working for R. Kelly again after running off with money he had won for a show. Demetrius Smith openly admits his involvement in the illegal actions in his stories, yet he hasn't been charged officially. Though the story tends to vary, the outcome ultimately remains the same. The essential truth of events remains that a plan was concocted, with its core reason being that R. Kelly must marry Aaliyah. According to Smith's original statements, it was Daryl McDavid who stated and insisted that this had to happen, but it remains absolutely unclear as to who leaked the fake certificate to Vibe magazine, or what really happened. It is, however, obvious that the certificates presented as so-called proof of the marriage were fraudulent. Following the scandal, Aaliyah's father began managing his daughter even though Hankerson was still in complete control of her estate. It is apparently very strange how some cared about Aaliyah but yet only viewed her as a property asset. Rhythm and blues super singer Aaliyah was not a property asset of her record company, and that it cannot seek compensation in connection with her death as a result of the unfortunate 2001 plane crash, a New York appellate court ruled. In the Barry & Sons vs. Instinct Productions, a panel of the New York Supreme Court's Appellate Division unanimously ruled that the record company was in effect pursuing wrongful death benefits, which only family members could receive. It's very well possible someone threw Demetrius Smith under the bus for their own motives. However, Hankerson is very well known for mishandling his artists' funds and for shady business practices. One thing that remains clear, though, is the fact that Demetrius Smith was fired after the Aaliyah scandal in 1995. Smith was managing Tiffany Hawkins at the time, and so it shouldn't be far-fetched to believe the story she has relayed has been about Smith, not R. Kelly. It was Smith who started the whole rotation of supplying girls for disgraced attorney Susan Loggins to use to reach a settlement with R. Kelly's team. Loggins entered the R. Kelly business in 1996 when her firm filed a civil suit against R. Kelly on behalf of Tiffany Hawkins, who alleged to have met him in 1991 when she was 15 and he was 24. Not only did Hawkins violate her alleged settlement agreement by participating in the surviving R. Kelly docuseries, but she also recruited a new face in the story. It remains strange that Hawkins was allowed to give this outdated story on Lifetime's national platform, but for them to wait until the very end to caption that the baby she spoke of wasn't R. Kelly's was unbelievable. With no follow-up questions and no explanation of how she could have been so distressed by this alleged relationship yet end up pregnant during the same time period is unquestionably irrational. Just imagine being taken advantage of by the people you call family and trust to take care of business for you, well knowing that you have a learning disability. Unfortunately, in the black communities, mental disabilities are often dismissed while those suffering in silence try to maintain without asking for help. Many have spoken of R. Kelly being a musical genius, and I believe is it possible that there is an explanation for this rather rare gift. Just take an example of the savant syndrome, which is a rare but extraordinary condition, in which someone with significant mental disabilities demonstrates certain abilities far in excess of the acceptable average. The skills that savants excel at are generally related to memory, and this may include rapid calculation, artistic ability, map making, or great musical ability. Considering over the time, it has become very clear that record labels that sign young artists could care less about their mental health or problems in life as long as you are making them money. Even if the record labels didn't entice those working against R. Kelly within his circle, it is absolutely undeniable that they played a role in financially robbing from him what he is rightfully owed. It completely does not make sense to feature a biased series full of unfounded allegations by questionable witnesses, while at the same time supporting a person with the same allegations. It shouldn't be hard to see how easy it would be for a record label to shift the public's opinion about any given person, including their artists, considering how the three major record labels are basically operating a monopoly and control the media. Although Sony did drop R. Kelly, they, along with Universal and Warner, all still hold his copyrights. While some celebrities displayed their insincerity in comments about R. Kelly, others worked in overtime trying to conceal their own dirty history. As previously mentioned, the settlement with Tiffany Hawkins opened the door for others to use the same tactic. mainly seeking out to certain individuals within R. Kelly's crew and then contacting Susan Loggins and ultimately wait for a payout. It's easy for those who would never be in the position to naively feel that a person that settles a lawsuit must be guilty, but the truth is that when you are so busy and making so much money, you are definitely advised to just settle and continue working. The women that followed after Hawkins included Tracy Sampson, Patrice Jones, and Montina Woods, all who conveniently capitalized on targeting R. Kelly after the alleged tape leaked. There is a lot of money unaccounted for and obviously a lot of deals made behind R. Kelly's back and some scamming within his circle. The lawyer defending R. Kelly said the prosecution's case against the R&B king had been marred by the involvement of attorney Michael Avenatti, who faced both extortion charges in New York and embezzlement charges in California. R. Kelly's lead attorney at the time, Steve Greenberg, said in comments to reporters and a court filing that Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx relied way too much on Avenatti in deciding to bring charges against R. Kelly, adding that Avenatti's involvement irreparably tainted the case. There was a rush to prosecute because of pressure, all polluted, by Michael Avenatti, who gained national fame by filing an ultimately failed lawsuit against President Donald Trump on behalf of Stormy Daniels, Greenberg told reporters after a brief pretrial hearing. The media will have you to believe that R. Kelly has blown his fortune settling with underage girls. However, this is a bare lie. The biggest question people should be asking is where R. Kelly's money is. It would appear that even after the trial things would continue to go downhill. People bringing lawsuits against R. Kelly for alleged fights, more slanderous tabloids, money being unaccounted for, having emergency throat surgery, and those he trusted played a role in maliciously setting him up while they profited. Now, as of September 2023, R. Kelly's net worth is estimated to be roughly -$2 million, and after numerous lawsuits, complications, allegations and even the surviving R. Kelly series, one can say that his net worth has unfortunately entirely disappeared. Meanwhile, we know that R. Kelly is unfortunately currently being held at a federal prison in Granville County at the Federal Correctional Institute in Butner. R. Kelly, through her attorney Jennifer Bonjean, appealed both his New York and Illinois sentences, and the appeal processes are currently ongoing. With an articulate lawyer as Bonjean, we hope all the misinterpretations of the law, the injustices that have marred the trials and the unfaithfulness exhibited by most of the witnesses will bear a bearing in revealing the truth and innocence. We would love to see R. Kelly regain his deserved freedom, get back to the family, and also hope that he gets back to the studio to give us the best of music as he has always done. Thank you for watching today's video brought to you by SOS Media. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Also remember to leave your comment about today's topic in the comment section below.